Local weather reality investigation compares broad forecast guidance, a nearby official station, and a private hyperlocal observation. It does not replace professional forecasts or emergency alerts. Instead, it investigates where submitted records differ, how confident those differences are, and what information is still missing. The forecast layer shows a National Weather Service source, its source ID, issue time, valid time, coastal York coverage, and the original temperature, wind, cloud, smoke, and precipitation wording. These remain broad forecast guidance, not measurements from the private observation point. The nearby WXM1 station and the private gauge record remain separate evidence layers. Their timestamps, time zones, measurements, source IDs, and limitations stay attached to the records that supplied them. Unknown values stay unknown, so the tool does not invent rainfall, visibility, smoke, wind, or official gauge accuracy. Selecting Run 3-layer comparison creates the evidence timeline and evaluates 3 pairings: forecast to station, forecast to hyperlocal, and station to hyperlocal. The timeline keeps forecast issue time, valid time, station observation, and private gauge records separate, with source labels and privacy-safe location wording. The forecast to station comparison finds a major discrepancy. Temperature differs by 10.5 degrees Fahrenheit, and sustained wind differs by 9.1 miles per hour. Wind direction is correctly aligned after circular normalization. The forecast to hyperlocal comparison is minor because the submitted temperatures differ by 2.8 degrees. Unsupported factors remain marked insufficient information instead of being guessed. Station to gauge shows a meaningful temperature difference, while geography and gauge exposure remain unresolved. The evidence also raises questions that should be answered before drawing conclusions. It confirms that the records are temporally comparable and that UTC and American New York were normalized safely. It then asks about station distance, heat exposure, another nearby station, and repeated observations. GPT 5.6 helped frame the evidence rules, scope, and cautious claims. Codex implemented and tested the deterministic application. This tool identifies differences and the next useful questions. It does not prove that a forecast was wrong or replace official weather guidance.